Ah, it's a train! Get out of the way, bro! What is up, guys? How is it going? And oh, that train, like, literally, like, made me jump in my seat when that happened. I totally was not expecting it. It seems to come through pretty frequently on this map right here. Propaganda, part of the Dragon's Teeth DLC, which was just released. And I'm just going to kind of give you guys my first initial impressions on these new maps that just came out for Premium. They'll be available in a week and a half for non-Premium members. And just kind of showing this map right here, Propaganda, then Pearl Market, then Sunken Dragon Hotel. On Conquest, I already uploaded a game of Chainlink on Lumphini Garden. I believe I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm not entirely sure, and I already kind of gave you my first impressions on that map right there, so I'll put a link in the description in case you missed that video that I uploaded yesterday. And you can go ahead and check that out, but I feel that that is a really good map, and that one actually in particular, and this one right here, Propaganda, are probably two of my favorites. I'm still kind of unsure about Sunken Dragon, and while Pearl Market I absolutely hated the first couple times I played it on Chainlink, and 48 player servers on Conquest, it wasn't nearly as bad. But also going to be showcasing the new weapons as well. I think I got a little couple clips from all of the guns here and there. Don't get too many kills with the revolver and the deagle, as they are sidearms, and I don't really use them all that much, but using the M14 Rogue right here, or the what it's called in this game is the Bulldog or whatever. This gun in real life actually is just a M14, which was you know, in past Battlefield games, like in the Vietnam expansion for Bad Company 2 and stuff. But it's a bullpup conversion kit that you actually buy on the internet. It's like 800 bucks, 850 bucks, and I'd really love to have one of these rifles in real life, but M14s are kind of expensive, and I don't really see them all the time at the gun stores and whatnot, but I did check online, and they are kind of expensive. But this gun's pretty fucking beast. I actually enjoy all the Dragon's Teeth weapons, even the revolver, which does have a weird little glitched animation with the firing, or if you fire it really quickly, sometimes it will like not do the recoil animation, and you'll get a shot with no recoil, which I guess could be a good thing. It might actually help you out here and there. But using this weapon right here, which is a very, very nasty weapon, I thought it would completely replace the Scar H, as it does the same bullet damage as the Scar H. You got the 34 maximum and the I believe 25 minimum, so 3-4 hit kill. Unless you hit him in the legs or something, you might get a 5 hit kill, or even you know, 2 hit kill if you get some headshots in there. But yeah, this gun's pretty good, but it does have like kind of a higher skill factor, I guess you could say, when using this weapon. It's a little bit harder to use than the Scar H. And you know, both have 20 round magazines, which already can be a problem for some people. So this gun also does have a little bit more recoil and bullet spread compared to the Scar H as well. So there's a little bit more of a learning curve behind this weapon, and the first few rounds that I was using it, I kind of struggled with it until I unlocked the angle grip and you know, the red dot sight and stuff, and that kind of helped out a lot. And just overall getting more kills with it and stuff, just being able to feel how the, you know, spread is and everything, just by having some hands-on time with it. It's definitely been improving for me, and I've been absolutely loving it. I am a part of CTE, but I did not actually try any of the new weapons in CTE, even though they have been available for a few weeks now. I just haven't really, you know, been playing CTE. It seems like every time I play it, it's like completely dead, because I'll get on like super late at night and whatnot. But it is what it is, and using the CS5 here for a little bit. I only use this for one game, so I don't have that much footage with it. But this map right here, Propaganda, is fucking amazing. I really like it. There's only 2 tanks, one each side for Conquest, and a few transport vehicles here and there, quads and such, which is really nice. I'm definitely grateful that they, with this map pack, I think it's the best map pack to come out so far for Battlefield 4. It's like on the level that the Aftermath DLC was for Battlefield 3, which was my favorite DLC in that game. And oh, that right there is why I hate body armor, get no scopes, and just get hit markers at close range. Kind of annoying. If I would have hit that guy, he would have died. But it is what it is. And but yeah, Propaganda. It's a really awesome map. Again, I only played Conquest and Chainlink on it, and I enjoyed it thoroughly on both those game modes. And right here, bringing you guys some Pearl Market gameplay. Now, this map, like I was saying, it was probably my most anticipated map because from the pictures of it, it looked kind of cool. It has a Grand Bazaar-esque kind of feel with lots of hallways and passageways that you could take, but with a little bit more added elements. You know, you got the roofs and stuff. Kind of a little mix of flood zone in there as well. And slowly but surely, I'm starting to learn this map a little bit more every time I play it. And right here, I believe it was 48-player Conquest, and I definitely was enjoying this a lot more than 64-player Chainlink, which was played on the first night this DLC came out, and I absolutely hated this map. But for Conquest, it's pretty good, although there are each side does get a Amtrak, and that can be kind of annoying. But again, I've been mostly just using this Bulldog and playing as medic, so I don't really have any means to deal with the vehicles unless I pick up the pickup launcher that's right there in the corner. But I don't really come across that too much. But yeah, this map right here is the more and more I'm playing it, the more and more I'm starting to learn it and enjoying it a little bit more each and every time. Kind of go into this map with the anticipation of coming into a gunfight at just about any corner you come across. And if you do that, you take it a little bit more slower and you play a little bit more methodically, definitely will have a little bit better time playing this map. And once you get used to like just this layout of these buildings, they're all pretty much copy and paste, same thing. You just got to get used to the locations and, you know, learning the lines of sight and stuff like that. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies on this map that will take time to learn, and you know, the more you play this map, the more you get comfortable with it, the more you'll probably end up dominating players that are, you know, less experienced with it. I imagine for premium members, you know, we get that 2 weeks head start, so when the first day the DLC comes out, for non-premium members, this map will probably be pretty chaotic, and you'll probably actually do really good with it. You know, if you get it down a little bit more, you know, in the week and a half before everyone else gets it, and when the new players jump on, you'll probably actually have a little bit better time with it. And also keep in mind, it seems like the players that have premium and stuff tend to be pretty good, and I noticed that whenever DLCs first come out, I have much more tougher matches and stuff like that. Same thing goes for CTE as well. It seems like a lot higher skilled people seem to join those matches, so don't get too frustrated. You know, if you have some really tight competitive games, which so far on this map pack, I've had some pretty close games. The one I posted yesterday when we won by 15 tickets, and I had actually had a loss that was pretty disappointing. We lost by 7 or 8 tickets, and that was sad. That's only happened to me 2 or 3 times, and it's like a letdown every time it happens. But I've won quite a few games with 1 tickets left, and I can only imagine how that feels. But yeah, I'm really starting to enjoy this map and everything. I'm liking the little nooks and crannies, and I find myself also sticking to sections of the map that I have more success in. I notice when I go to certain flags, like I'll just die and shit, so I've just been kind of avoiding those flags until, you know, kind of slowly creeping in and just being a little bit more patient with how I've been playing, especially this map in particular, because there is so many lines of sight, there's so many pathways, so many alleyways, so many windows and all that. It's going to take a little while to figure out the flow of this map and how people are playing it and whatnot. But yeah, I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more, and also using the Bulldog. I'd imagine this would be a pretty good shotgun map. I haven't tested that out yet. I think I've only played with, you know, as medic, and I think I did recon with it as well to unlock the CS5, which I didn't really touch on, and that's actually a pretty fun rifle to mess around with. I was using it with the suppressor, which it comes standard with. You can take it off, but I figured I might as well leave it on as that weapon already has really slow muzzle velocity as it is, so throwing on the suppressor doesn't hurt it too much, and I enjoy running around with like the M40 with the suppressor here and there, because that rifle also has a very slow muzzle velocity compared to other ones, like the Scout Elite or the M98B, the Intervention, stuff like that, that has a lot higher bullet velocity compared to the CS5. But here we go, right here on Sunken Dragon. Now this map's a little bit unbalanced. Same thing with Lumphini Gardens. That map also seems a little bit unbalanced. This map in particular seems to favor the Chinese side, as we have, you know, these 3 flags that are on our side, and then they only got A and B on the US side, or they pretty much only got A and B is in the middle, but usually the US team, from my experience so far, again, people are still learning the maps, and this will change over time, I'm sure, but as of late it seems that how the flags are set up right now, this is usually what ends up going down in most of the Conquest games that I have played. Chain Link as well, it seems like the Chinese side seems to be controlling this part of the map a little bit easier. There's more capture points on this side of the map, so it's very likely that you'll probably win if you get on the Chinese side. There's a few maps in Battlefield that are like this. Rogue Transmission comes to mind. It's not nearly as bad as Battlefield 3 was. There was a lot more unbalanced maps, especially like because I came from console. I remember Scene Crossing, like the Russians had the advantage on that map because they had the high ground starting off, and Narshar Canals was notorious for that. You know, the U.S. side having the disadvantage, getting trapped on the spawn on the carrier and whatnot. So, you know, it is what it is, but it's not too bad. And I find, like, when I have played on the U.S. side, they seem to go more for I think it's the D flag. It is the D flag. It's the parking garage, similar to the parking garage in Flood Zone. The roof's a little different, as you can see right here. It seems like the U.S. side always seems to gravitate more towards this flag. At least the infantry does, because the C flag and the E flag are much more easily accessed by vehicles and stuff. I actually haven't seen anyone drive a LAV onto this flag yet, as of yet. I'm sure that'll happen, but I haven't come across it. It seems to be mostly dominated by infantry. And trying out this weapon as well, the MPX is actually just like the first time I ever used it, and my first initial impressions of it were pretty good. Seems to be a pretty reliable PDW for close quarters, has a pretty good bullet damage and rate of fire and all that. It is limited with a 25 round magazine, which can lead you into trouble sometimes. I know it's only 5 bullets less than a 30 rounder, but I don't know, those 5 bullets can make all the difference. Similar to like the Desert Eagle, while it only has 3 bullets more compared to a revolver, it seems like just those 3 bullets could make the world of difference. And like I said in my last video, I actually hope they don't nerf the Desert Eagle and just make the other revolvers better. I think that would be a more suitable fix, because then I honestly can't see the Deagle being effective if they give it damage like the 45 or something like that, the 1911. It wouldn't be very good, so I think they might have to stick with the damage model. I don't know, maybe make the accuracy a little worse, although that probably won't have too much of effect because you're probably only going to use it in close quarters anyway. It's already not that accurate as it is, and for long range compared to like the 44 Magnum or something like that. But if you're not really fucking around, and you probably ain't going to get into too many situations like that as it is. But this map right here in particular, I'm still a little bit on the fence about. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not sure if I really like it yet. It's been pretty good, but I haven't played it enough to really make my final decision. So in about a week or so, right before, like the day before the maps come out for everybody, I'll put my final review out there, just in case any of you are a little bit skeptical about this map pack and unsure whether or not to pick it up. But my first initial impressions, I get a 3-piece with 1 mag, oh joy. First initial impressions of this DLC are really good, and I definitely think you should get it. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed, and peace. Have a good one.